If you're buying a terraced house, don't just look at the space that you're buying. Look at the space that you could potentially create, because that could also affect how much more value you can add to the property. In England, you may be able to extend a terrace house at the back without putting in a planning application. This is something that we call permitted development rights. A single-story rear extension at the back can generally be extended up to 3 meters of the original house. 3 meters may not sound like much, but imagine 3 meters behind on the full width of that terraced house. That could be the difference between a small separate kitchen or a large open plan kitchen with dining and even a living area. Generally, if I can take a property and create more livable space to add square footage to the property, I am potentially improving its value as well. But let's think through it. If I spend £70,000 to create an extension, and after spending that money, the value of the property just adds £40,000 more, then that wasn't necessarily a good investment. So before I consider an extension, this is what I'll do. I'll check what other people on the street have done and how much more value it has added to their property compared to the one that I'm looking at. Now here's where terraced houses get a little bit more interesting. So you can even add up to 6 meters behind the rear of the original house. But this kind of extension will require something called a prior approval process, where the local council is notified and your adjoining neighbors need to be consulted. So when I'm viewing a terrace house to buy, I'm not just looking at how nice is the kitchen. I'm looking at the garden. How deep is it? Has the house already been extended? Where was the original rear wall? What have other neighbors done? And most importantly, what are the houses that have done extensions selling in this area for? Because imagine 2 terrace houses all selling for £400,000. One has little scope to change, but the other has potential for a rare extension that gives you significantly more living space and potentially increase in value beyond how much you spend on the extension. Those 2 houses are not necessarily the same opportunity. If you're looking to buy your first home, I made an ultimate house viewing checklist that you can send to every property viewing to know exactly what is going on and record to see which one has the best potential for you. If you want this, let me know in the comments by saying checklist and I'll send you the link to get it.